So, New York Governor Kathy Hochul uh, went to this summit out in Los Angeles, right? And she gave one of the most repulsive statements that you can make when it comes to black children, right? Now, mind you, in the previous video I did, Kathy Hochul was saying that young black kids from the Bronx don't even know what a computer is. And she caught the backlash from that, right? I mean, she caught a hell of a backlash from that. Now, she made these comments while speaking at a technology panel out in Beverly Hills, pretty much Los Angeles, right? So now that she felt the outrage behind those repulsive comments, now all of a sudden that she misspoke and that she regrets it. She spoke about this at a Milken Institute Global Conference to discuss New York's artificial intelligence initiative. So I still don't understand why are you out there, in Los Angeles, California, talking about an initiative for New York. Should you not be in New York? I mean, should you be in New York talking about New York's initiative for AI? Why are you out there in California talking about an initiative for New York's artificial intelligence? Should you be in New York somewhere talking about the initiative for New York? I'm just asking a question. So she released some empty statement talking about how she misspoke and that she regretted it. And that, of course, black children in the Bronx know what computers are. That's not what you said. That's not what you said. You said you believed they didn't know what computers were. That's what you said. You said that black kids in the Bronx don't know what computers are. Now all of a sudden they do know what they are. So which one is it? The problem is that they too often lack the access to technology needed to get on track to high paying jobs in emerging industries like AI. But I got a problem with what you say in that also, because people of your ilk are the reasons why there's all this lack of access to technology. People like you, who think like you, who associate with you, who walk, talk, and act like you are the culprits behind this. See, first of all, this wasn't even an apology. And second, this is yet another example how white supremacy takes both sides of the argument. So she wants to sit up here and talk shit about black folks, right? She wants to sit up here and use black folks as some pawn for her political chess game. And yet her policies, and there's people that came before her that implemented these policies, and there's people that's going to come after her that's going to implement these policies, right? You want to sit there and talk about how they don't have the access to the same technology needed to get on track, but yet your policies will make it to where they cannot have access to these same type of technologies. Your laws, the way that these white supremacists price these things, they price it to where that black folks can't afford it. Most black folks can't afford it. So yeah, miss me with all that. You can miss me with that. Miss me with all that empty platitudes and all these and these empty gestures and your empty rhetoric about kids kids not knowing what computers are. You say what you said. No need to backtrack. No need to try to apologize. That's how you feel in your heart. So stand on it. Stand on it. Don't be a coward now. Stand on it. No sooner. I told you this was going to happen. I like clockwork. In the previous video, I said that there was going to be black folks out there that was going to defend this, that was going to turn a blind eye to this, that was going to make excuses for it, that they was going to give her a pass. And like fucking clockwork, you got this chocolate milk dye hair having ass motherfucker and Eric Adams, cop turned mayor, putting on the cape. Or in his case, since he was a police officer, he put on the helmet and donned the shield like he Captain America. This chocolate milk dye hair mushmouth motherfucker coming to the defense, coming to the aid of Kathy Hochul. He is donning his shield. Because let him tell her, he knows what's in her heart. Article coming from the New York Daily News. And I'm going to put it up just in case some jackass think I'm on cap and I don't know what I'm talking about and you just making this stuff up. Right? Yeah, because that's what a lot of you ass clown trolls like to resort to when you don't got nothing. You want to say people act like people lying and people out here just making stuff up as they go along. We just out here driving narratives. Right? So I'm gonna put it up on the Summer Jam screen for y'all. This it right here. Right? Mr. Stop and Frisk himself. Right? The coon extraordinaire. Right? A day after Governor Hochul said black kids in the Bronx don't know what the meaning of the word computer, Officer Adams gave her a pass on the gaffe, saying that he knows the governor's heart. When you make thousands of speeches, you're in front of the cameras all the time, man. And when you're trying to be authentic and share the things you're really feeling, why can't you sit back and do a critical analysis of every sentence you say? This is what the man said during a Q&A with reporters at City Hall. I know her heart. I know what she was intending to say. She was not trying to be disrespectful to the people of the Bronx. Now, a day earlier, Hochul said that we have young black kids growing up in the Bronx who don't even know what the word computer is. They don't know. They don't know these things, she said. She was speaking with business leaders at Milken Institute Global Conference on Monday in an interview geared towards the economic opportunities AI could offer poor people in poor neighborhoods. So my question is, why couldn't you do this in New York? There ain't enough spots in New York City. Could you not do this at the Javits? Why you had to go all the way out? Why you had to go all the way out to Los Angeles, California, for an initiative for New York? Why couldn't you do this in New York City? Why couldn't you do this in the Bronx? Right? I'm just asking a question. And mind you, these young black kids that you speak of that don't know what a computer is, I have it on good faith that they know what a computer is. Not only I know what they know what a computer is, they probably will run circles around your out of touch having ass. Kathy Hochul and Officer Adams, you out here trying to put on the kid for this woman, you disgusting. But then again, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that you, Al Sharpton, Samoa Sanders, fucking Jonathan Capehart, I like get my bussy busted wide open. Another guy who like get his bussy busted wide open is Andrew Gillum. Mark Lamar Hill, Roland Martin, right? That's all, folks. Yeah. All you ass clowns that's supposed to be called the left, that's supposed to be speaking for us. Al Sharpton, right? Al Sharp, and you know what's interesting about all them bootlicks I named? None of them are a proponent for reparations. None of them will speak up for reparations. So if we think about it, none of these people that advocates for black folks and speaks up for black folks when it comes to the topic of reparations, well, you cannot expect them to call her out or her shit. They will sit up there and talk about how they know her heart. How in the devil could you know what's in somebody's heart? Just because you around them all the time and all that, just you have all kinds of conversations about them, about this, that, and the third. You know what's in their heart, right? So that's why you're willing to give her a pass. I told you this was going to happen. I told you this was going to happen. It's just so disgusting and it's so repulsive that these people who think that they're speaking for us, they really don't speak for us. As long as they're in on the inside looking out, fuck everybody that's on the outside looking in. All these bootleg bootlicks, these legion of sellouts, that's supposed to be on the left. You know what this ranks up there with? Huh? You know what this ranks up there with? When Biden was running his mouth with Charlatan the fraud, that's another motherfucker, right? He might delay it for a little bit, then he might put out some donkey today about it. But Charlatan the fraud had Biden on an interview when Biden was running for president, and Biden sitting up there to talk about, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. Excuse me, motherfucker, you ain't black. And you're a racist. And your policies has put people in jail for long periods of time. That Anti-Drug Abuse Act of 86, the 100-to-1 disparity between crack cocaine and powder cocaine, and that 94 crime bill when you was parading around as Biden's law. And when Biden made that gaffe, who's the person that you saw on TV with her dirty tennis ball hair and them big blackjack titties of hers? It was damn Simone Sanders. And she was out there trying to stutter and stammer and do all this explaining about what Biden did and how the states had all this other shit about the fucking crime bill that Biden was propping up. And she defended that. And she made excuses for that. And what she get for all that? What she get for tackling people in the stands during one of his campaign rallies? Huh? What she get for all that? Did she get White House press secretary? She did not. That dubious distinction with the Jen Psaki. And then when Jen Psaki stepped down, Karine Jean-Pierre, that Haitian stud, that carpet muncher, who somehow knows how to understand the language of a dog when Commander was going around biting people all over the fucking White House. Yeah, she's going around here being the White House press secretary, and then her ass. This is what she did when she was questioned about the matter. DJ, spin that shit.
New York Governor Kathy Hochul made a controversial comment yesterday at the Milken Institute Global Conference while discussing the need to bring AI jobs to Black and Brown communities. She said, right now we have young Black kids growing up in the Bronx who don't even know what the word computer is. What is the White House response to that?
I want to be super mindful. I have not heard these comments, so I want to make sure I go back, read the comments, and get a sense of what was happening here. So I don't want to comment and be really mindful speaking at this podium on behalf of this president. So I just want to go back and see exactly. I know you're reading an excerpt or a line from what she said, but I just want to be super, super mindful here.
Once again, you dimwit, What you got to be mindful of, huh? What is there to be mindful about? She said what she said. He wrote it. He said it exactly verbatim of what she said. What you mean you got to go back and look at it and understand it and be mindful and we got to provide context on it? Where's there to be contextual about? She said what she said, you bitch. Oh, Lord have mercy. Anyway, see, now mind you, had Trump said this, it'd have been a whole different ball game. It'd have been all kinds of outrage. There'd have been all kinds of, oh, well, he's being a racist, this, that, and the third. But Kathy Hochul saying the same shit. Eyes knows her heart. You gotta be forgiving. We gotta, when God tells us that we gotta be forgiving people. That's what these bootlicks here would say. You can't run around here with all that kind of rage and anger in your heart. God tells you that you gotta be a forgiving individual through all the tirades, through all the racism, through all the lessons, through all the weapons. You got to have a forgiving heart. I know it's her heart. We don't be like that. That's the kind of shit that we're subjected to when we out here displaying the outrage towards this woman. We got somebody out here donning the shield like they fucking Captain America. Anyway, let me know what y'all think. Shouts out to the LDBC. If you're not subscribed to this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and share these videos on your social media platforms. This your man. Scream at me. Hey!